everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, aka Flares, and if you're new to the channel, massive welcome to you. If you're returning, then great to see you again. Today we're going to be working on this area. As you can see, it's Molly's yard. I want to create an overgrown, lots of flowers, duck pond. These are all the items that I'm going to be using. As you can see, very yellow. I love it, and hopefully it will turn out okay. I've gone with a lot of more natural woods as opposed to the darker woods, and we'll see what happens. So first things first, let's get our terraforming hat on. And what I'm going to work on first of all is a little bit of waterscaping. So as you can see, we've got this waterfall in already because I've done my cliffs at the top, but I did this so that I could fit the house in properly. And then we're going to do a little pond down here. I don't want a massive pond because I had that for Eric's house, so we're just starting off with a little one, trying to make it look nice and natural. As always with my ponds, I try and scape them out first of all, just so that we can get those natural curves in. As always, I had a little bit of a struggle. That is the way that I terraform. I always fill in the wrong space at some point, so yeah. But there we go. There is our natural looking pond, kind of natural. And then under the doorstop for Molly's house, I wanted to add our round lace tile rug. Another one of my favourites, as I say in every video. And then to the left of the house, which is where I want the seating area to be, I tried to add in this blanket. It didn't quite work though because of the proximity to the house, and you can't put a custom design under the sign. So I decided to switch it out, and I used my diagonal rug, the crochet one, which I used in Punchy's build and also on the speed build on the rocks even. And I just thought that this would be cute because it would stick out underneath the table and add something nice to the area. So I'm just picking up the items that I know that I want to put here. So I'm going to have like a cozy reading area with like a table and stuff. So we've gone for the bookcase, and we've got a table that I've custom designed with a lovely yellow pattern on, and I'm going to use the wedding bench as well. And I forgot that I needed a garden wagon, but then I was rudely interrupted by Deirdre. Village life, hey? And so here's the garden wagon. I just put it down in front of the bookshelf. I thought that that was nice, maybe something a bit different. And then the wedding bench. Had a bit of difficulty deciding where to put this. I tried to put it at an angle, it didn't quite work. I didn't want it up close against the cliff. So we just sort of played around here trying to get the right placement. As you can see, I picked it up a few times, put things down a few times, until we found the way that I was happy with it. In the end, I preferred it in the middle, so we ran with that, and then just deciding what item to put around it and put on it. I tried to put I can't say it, I'm probably definitely murdering that over here, but it didn't quite look right. I did like the greeny blue plant pot, but still wasn't a fan of that. And then we're back with the rocking chair, and just decided to delete it all. As you can see, it is most definitely a work in progress when you're trying to get these areas right. I decided to use the piano bench on the right hand side, not the rocking chair, and I just put a little cushion on top of it. And then I used the wedding flower stand in place of where the potted plant was, on a lace tile again. And I thought that the yellows tied in really nicely with the wedding bench and just Molly's whole vibe really. The rocking chair I decided to put out front of the table, and just collecting up some more items. As I said before, I do find it really helps when you can visualize them. That's why I placed them down. I put a lace tile down and put the serving cart on it in a natural colour, tying in with the other furniture. We went with the yellow simple kettle, of course, and I also chose the yellow coffee cup and the sturdy sewing box in the natural wood. I decided to add Molly's photo just as something a bit different. I don't tend to use them on my island, but I thought it's super cute and I wanted to highlight that. And then I'm just turning the table around just so I can get the placement of the typewriter where I want. Again, this one's a kind of goldy yellow colour, which I thought matched perfectly. And of course, a stack of books. I then decided to add another pond as I felt that the right hand side was missing something, and I really did want it to have quite a bit of water as she is a duck, so she needs all the water she can for her ducky friends. Yes, I just said ducky. But I didn't want it to be too big, so this was kind of trial and error, just messing around, seeing what works. Again, trying to keep it as natural looking as possible, making sure we've got the curved edge. And then it was time for some path. I decided to keep it quite simple, just mixed up my single tile patterns that I've got. I didn't want to try and add the dirt path all the way up, as I felt that it might look a bit clunky, and also it requires quite a lot of space to make it look good, so that's why I decided to go with that. And then I decided to add this low screen as well, as I felt that it fitted perfectly with the designs. I also wanted to give Molly a little painting area because I absolutely love that yellowy flower painting, the flowery painting from Red, so I really wanted to feature that, and I thought this was the best way to do it. I put a wooden stool out to the side of it, then used the log stool, and I decided I needed a cushion to go on top of the wood stool. Again, I just decided to customize this to one of the patterns that we've already used, so I went with the yellow floral pattern. I replaced the log stool on top of a dirt circle, and I used the heart-shaped bouquet to give the idea, as that was what Molly was going to be painting. So cushion down on top of the stool, and I think that looks a whole lot better. For some reason I couldn't put anything in that square back there. I think it might have just been a tad too close to the doorway, and then I remembered we needed a painting set for the painting area. It's in here somewhere, there it is. So I went with the white one as that's the most neutral. I did toy with the idea of using the blue. I'm not sure if they're the yellow one. But hey, we needed the contrast, so that's the choice why we chose that one. And then floating biome planter is a must for me, one of my favourite things, which just reminded me I didn't use a barrel in this build, which is really surprising, especially for me. And then I thought about putting the duck on just a normal puddle tile back there, but then I thought because we're going to be placing a load of flowers that the stone stool would make it look a bit better, elevate it off the ground. So there we go. And then custom design underneath. Our duck is in place. Right, time for some more ducks. Just changed up the customization on this one, and then I realized I didn't have another duck, so it was time to tidy up, and I decided to cut that bit out for you as it was pretty boring. And I went and got this stunted tree, as I thought it'd be nice to just put it here next to the little duck, and so it wouldn't cause too much fill in this area. And I of course wanted to use the yellow mountain bike, so I decided to put it down in front of the ponds. I toyed around with using this white azalea bush, but quickly decided it wasn't going to work. So I went off and got some flowers. This took a while, so again I've edited it out for you, but here's me placing them down and trying to kind of change it up between the white and the yellow, which you'll see a lot more when I time travel forward and you can see them in full bloom. I've mainly used roses, the mums, hyacinth and cosmos here. Oh, and some tulips as well. I'm not a big fan of the lilies and is it windflowers. I'm just not keen on the colourings, which is why I kind of stuck to these main ones. As you can see, I'm attracting a lot of attention. Deirdre and Molly both hanging around. Just placing some more flowers, a few custom designs. And then I decided to work on the path just to help it maybe flow a little bit. And I wanted to make sure I had enough space from the pond. But Deirdre, being Deirdre, decided she wanted to get involved too. I've said it before and I know you all feel my pain when the villagers get in the way because you all go through it, so it's nice that we're in that together. But it's kind of cute that they're interested in what's going on. But they're definitely never ever at this area of my island any other time. I decided to break up the path, so we have that section over to the left and this one over to the right. And then just tied it together with some wood planked. Again, we ran out of flowers, more was needed, so I went off to get some of them. And we're back, just continuing to fill in the areas. I toyed with the idea of using some fencing, which is why I ran back to my house here. And obviously we needed another decoy duck for the one we didn't get down earlier. The fencing I never ended up using because I changed my mind pretty quickly about that. I thought that the flowers, there was already enough of them, so we would just leave it as it is. And I don't think it was really needed. Just finishing off our flowers again here. Lots and lots of flowers everywhere. I don't really have an area like this on my island, just filled up with flowers. I have a flower garden, but I just wanted to use as many as possible. And just getting our final duck in place. So here we are, this is the finished area. Here's Molly's little reading area, chill area, drink a cup of coffee and just relax. Lots of yellows and the natural woods, which I'm absolutely loving for her. And here's her little painting area. Really loving the painting, the flowery painting, super cute and definitely fits in with her whole yard. And then down here we have our ponds and the flowers, lots and lots of flowers, all in yellow and white, and I'm really liking it. I'm not too happy with the pond placement, but I think I can live with it, and it definitely fits with Molly's kind of area and what I was going for, so I'm quite happy overall. So that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're not already. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.